Bonsoir and welcome to another video. Before I get into this video, I'm on the Radio New Manchester podcast mode, and on this I'm going to read a comment that I received from the video, Should I Talk to Americans Living Abroad? This video is up on my channel. I'm going to go ahead and read the comment that I got from this video. It's the only comment on that video. So let me go ahead and read it. Actually, I've heard that some Americans living overseas are much more chill. I mean, some of them may have left for the same reasons you're thinking about. If they assimilate well, they are much less toxic to deal with. Edit. I want to see the culture of America in that trash can because that's where it belongs. Okay, this person put out an edit over what I said in that video, correcting what I said. So I guess I'm going to be getting this from this person. So, I'm just going to ignore them and just focus on trying to talk a whole lot better in these videos. If I talk better and be a little more appealing, maybe I can rack up some more subscribers, but I don't care about all of that. I just want to get my message out to people, regardless if they find the things that I say humorous and they don't care about what I'm saying in these videos. So I really don't care. I can't talk like Winston Wu, the founder of Happier Abroad. I can't talk like this guy. So he's a little smarter. He's way more educated than me. He went to college. He got an education. I didn't finish college. So there. So I can't get into the Winston Wu universe because I don't have the education to do that. So anyway, enough of that. Let me get into this video. And oh, by the way, I'm gonna switch over to a camera that's really bad, and it's on an old tablet. It's called the HP Slade 7 tablet. This thing dates back to 2012. The screen is cracked. The thing is still working, and I don't know if this thing is compatible with my up-to-date computer. So I might do this video on that thing or something else. So without further ado, let me get into this video. It can be the HP Slade 7 tablet or another or just another smartphone with a camera on it. Okay, let me get into this. Stop the audio recording. Okay, I'm on my HP Slade 7 tablet, and this thing is really old. Hope you guys hear me. Yeah, I bet the sound quality is really bad. Yeah, you guys can see me? Alright, here I am, waving my hand. Okay. Alright. You saw the title of this video? And it's titled, What Do People from Other Countries Think of the lack of social or human connection here in the United States? And I pulled up something online. It's from the AI overview. I'm not a big fan of AI. I think AI is very weird, but it's kind of helpful. So let me go ahead and read something on the perspective of Latin Americans who live in the United States. All right. It reads as follows. People in Latin America generally perceive United States society as highly individualistic, often viewing the lack of deep, in-person social connections as cold, distant, and lonely, in contrast to the close-knit, family-oriented, and community-focused cultures common in Latin America. The U.S. is seen as prioritizing personal achievement, professional achievement, and privacy over nurturing close human relationships. Here is a breakdown of perspectives on this issue. Number one, precipitation of coldness and isolation. Cold and distant. Latin Americans often describe the lack of spontaneous physical contact, hugging, kissing on the cheek, and a reserved attitude among Americans as cold. Privacy versus community. In the U.S., people are seen as heavily guarding their privacy with strict boundaries on social visits, whereas in Latin America, unannounced popping in on friends or neighbors is common. Loneliness epidemic. Many Latin Americans are aware that despite being a wealthy country, the U.S. suffers from an epidemic of loneliness and lack of social support, with 1 in 2 Americans reporting feeling lonely. Number 2, individualism versus collectivism. Prioritizing the self. A major observation is that Americans will easily leave behind family or friends for a better job opportunity, which is often considered unthinkable or deeply unsettling from a Latin American perspective. Work-centered life. Social life in the U.S. is often perceived as being centered around a partner or nuclear family rather than a broader, tight-knit network of relatives, neighbors, and friends. Pull yourself up mentality. The American bootstrap mentality is viewed as a high-stress culture that promotes unhealthy competition and leaves individuals facing hardships alone rather than relying on a collective support system. Number 3, friendships and social interaction. Facial versus deep connection. While some view U.S. friendships as more reliable in the long run, they are often seen as less warm or superficial compared to the intense, immediate warmth of Latin American friendships. Lack of spontaneously. The U.S. is seen as having taboo regarding spontaneous socializing, where in Latin America it is normal to strike up a conversation with anyone in a public space without judgment. The mask of friendliness. Some Brazilians, for example, have noted that while their own culture is warm, it can sometimes be a facet to maintain harmony, whereas U.S. friendships, though harder to form, are more direct. Number 4, Nasat views. I can't pronounce this word. Admiration for structure. While cultural of the social isolation, many Latin Americans admire the order, safety, and individual rights, such as support for for LGBTQ plus rights found in some U.S. cities, seeing it as a model for progress. Now, let me read this again. While critical of the social isolation, many Latin Americans admire the order, safety, and individual rights, such as support for LGBTQ plus rights, found in some U.S. cities, seeing it as a model for progress. A curation. Latin Americans who live in the U.S. often find themselves navigating these differences, experiencing loneliness due to the separation from their, at times, more immediate support networks. Overall, the prevalent view is that while the U.S. offers high economic development, it comes at a cost of human connection, with many Latin Americans preferring a warmer, more communal, and less isolated life if it means having fewer material advantages. Okay, so this is all true, and a lot of people from other countries are coming to America. I guess they come here for a better life, and when they get here, they see the country, they see the United States. When they get to America, they see the U.S. with this lack of social or human connection, meaning that people are segregated, isolating, paranoid, and fake. And it is hard to make any normal friends here. And the only way you're going to talk to people is through business-related purposes. That's what the United States is all about. And seeing how things are in Latin America, I think I'll do very well living in Latin America. I'll probably find that special lady in Latin America. Yeah, I probably will meet her for the very first time in countries like Costa Rica, Colombia, or any other Latin American countries in Latin America. Yeah, Latin America and South America. I probably would meet this woman, get to know her. We go on dates. We go to a carnival or an amusement park. We go to a party. I end up marrying her. We have sex. Love, sex, romance, and companionship. This woman will give me this, and she'll make me feel good about myself. And out of all of this, yeah, I'll probably be married to her, and I probably will start a family. I'll probably be a father. But I won't get any of this here in America because of the lack of social or human connection. So, the lack of social or human connection is not just in America, it's in other countries as well. It's in Spain. Countries in Europe is in Spain, the United Kingdom. Back here in North America, it's in Canada. Back in Europe, it's in the Scandinavian countries. It's in Northeast Asia. Greenland, the self-autonomous island nation that's part of the Kingdom of Denmark. The Inuit people who live there are very sociable, down to earth people. They believe in social and human connection, and you can connect with these people, form friendships. You make normal friends with them, and you can't do that with the Danish people who live in Greenland, and hence you can't do it with the Danish people who live in Denmark. So yeah, countries that lack social or human connection, along with the culture here in America and the negative people of America, they all belong in the trash can. Okay, that's all I gotta say in this video, and I hope it makes it to my channel. Let me see what this HP Slate 7 tablet is going to do. All right. Thank you. Thank you for watching and listening. Cheers and au revoir. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Merci. Merci beaucoup. Goodbye. Sorry about the poor quality in this video, and I want to apologize for me mispronouncing some words in that AI article about the Latin American view on American society, the lack of social or human connection. Okay, also I want to make some corrections on this video. Most notably, me talking about people from other countries are coming to America for a better life. They're escaping violence, and they came here for freedom. I didn't say that. I just add that in for correction. But the truth is, people from Latin American countries, African countries, countries in the Caribbean, Southeast Asia, that's where people are coming to America the most. That's where people, those are the type of people that are coming to America the most. And due to the ICE immigration crackdown policy that was created by President Donald Trump in his administration, which led to a person named Renee Nicole Good, a woman who was killed in Minneapolis, Minnesota. She was shot in the head when she was driving away from an ICE agent. And people being pulled out of their cars by ICE agents who knock out the windows of their cars, reach in and pull them out. I think this happened to a woman who was autistic. And all of this is going on just to rid the United States of people who were not born in America. Yeah. So, and also, someone from Canada, correct me, a Canadian who is very patriotic about his country, and he's a long list of pissed off Canucks who are mad over Donald Trump slapping tariffs on their country and also wanting to make their country the 51st state of the United States. And this Canadian, this pissed off Canadian, said this to me: people from other countries aren't coming to America. No, they didn't say it like that. America, he said it like this: America isn't the only country that foreigners from other countries are flocking to. They're going to other countries. And what you say is very arrogant because you're an arrogant American who is arrogant and ignorant, who's ignorant. You're an American who's full of ignorance and arrogance over what you just said. You might be part of MAGA or not. So, and he's correct. He's right. He's correct. America isn't the only country that people from other countries are coming to. They're going to other countries as well. And that is absolutely positively true. So what I said about people from other countries are flocking to the US and me saying this, why would anybody want to come here? And this is from about a long time ago. Winston Wu, the founder of Happier Abroad, made a video about why people are coming to America if there's no social or human connection, no warmth, and no happiness, no blitz, no joy. And also, let me add this in. A lot of people in America aren't happy. They're grouchy, bitter, repressed. They're just not in a good mood, and they're miserable. And they can lie and say that they're happy, and they're not happy. So, I just want to add this into this video. All right, goodbye.